talking in my sleep at night, making myself crazy. Out of my mind, out of my mind. Wrote it down and read it out, hoping it would save me. Too many times, my love, it makes it feel like nobody else but my love, he doesn't love me, so I tell myself, one, don't pick up the phone, you know he's only calling cause he's looking alone. Two, don't let him in, you have to kick him out again. Three, don't be his friend, you know you're gonna wake up in his bed in the morning. And four, you ain't getting over him, I got no rules, I count him.
It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here. And I'm really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here too.
I miss you too, Ernie.
Thank you. Me too. Tonight we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing against the New York Knicks. For New York, they split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight. Some teams fast out of the gate, others not so lucky. Kenny, for the teams that have started slowly, how do they turn the tide?
You know what? About a week ago, I was talking to a friend of mine about this, and I was like, when that happens, you can't panic. The season's just begun. Identify the real problems before you start tinkering on things.
Sometimes a lineup change can help. Things may just have to work themselves out, though.
Time now for tip-off. We get it to Kevin Harlan. He's got the call.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Let's meet the starting lineup for the visiting New York Knicks. At point guard, Frank into the lead. At the other guard position, Mario Hezonja. At small forward, Tim Hardaway Jr. At center, Enes Kanter. At the other forward position, Kristaps Porzingis. The head coach of the team, number 14, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. At the other forward position, at 6 foot 9 inches, number 2, Marvin Williams. At shooting guard, standing 6 foot 8, number 5, Nicholas Batum. Man in the middle, 7 feet, number 40, Cody Zeller. And at guard, 6'1" from UConn, wearing number 15, Kemba. Coach of your home team. Let's hear it for your Charlotte Hornets.
Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. We'll see the Charlotte Hornets defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team. The previous season series split right down the middle. These teams were quite evenly matched.
And two teams here that were evenly matched a season ago as they split the season series.
Now it's the first game of the regular season. Chris, talk about what you expect to see this year in the league overall, the feel you think you're going to get.
Well, I think there's going to be two sides. This is a copycat league, so you're going to see some teams that are going to try to speed up the play. You're going to see some teams that try to increase three-pointers and decrease their mid-range jumpers. And then reality will set in, and then they'll have to kind of get back to playing regular basketball. And for some teams, it's just straight development. How can you develop your young players and get them along with maybe some veterans who are going to be transitioned out in the middle of the year? So right now for coaches, GMs, presidents, there's a lot of optimism, but there's also a lot of prodding and self-examination to see where they will be a year from now as opposed to putting all their eggs in this season.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And New York, looking at who they've got. Hardaway and Porzingis, your small and power forwards. Ntilikina out there with Hazonia, and it's Cantor in at the center position.
Wow, wonderful court awareness that time. You can count on Walker to find the open man.
Assisted by Kevin.
Here's Ntilikina. Here's Hardaway, and the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
New York shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line, about 79% of their free throws.
One shot, behind the lanes.
That free throw good from Hardaway. For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And Walker kicks to Zeller. Back to Walker. Fires the three. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Fires from 14. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Not quite airtight defense right there, but his release was a little bit off on the jump.
The dive for the ball. Porzingis with the steal. Hardaway passes to Ntilikina. Here's Cantor. Makes it off the glass. Cantor's got his first points of the night.
Look, he doesn't waste time. Once he gets the rebound, he does what he should. Goes right back up with it.
Charlotte has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Cantor over to help. And a wide open look for Zeller. Porzingis with the rebound.
He's got to be wondering how did he miss that. I mean, he had all the space in the world.
And Hazonia gets it to go.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
So many fast breaks now ending the three-point shot. Good to see them taking it to the rack.
And Walker kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Zeller, a screen on Hardaway. To the inside. Cantor trying to free himself up. And Nicholas Batum, the bucket on the assist from Kid Gilchrist.
And Batum really likes getting shots off from the interior, using those long arms of his well to release the shot over the defense.
Here's Ntilikina. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. That's a foul on Charlotte. For New York, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
Two shot.
First one falls for him.
And the size, quickness, and defense of Ntilikina reminds some of a young Sean Livingston, a unique point guard with a promising future.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. In games that came down to one possession last season, Chris, the Hornets won 1 but lost 5.
Which is better than going winless in those games as they did the season before. But look, you have to have closers on your team, not just clutch players, but guys who can get their own shot against anyone.
And he's kind of always had that shoot-first mentality for a point guard. And when you can shoot it like Walker, it's not necessarily a bad thing. And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Not a very consistent quarter for him in terms of his shooting.
Porzingis passes to Ntilikina. Here's Hardaway. Porzingis trying to get free. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
An active passer with good awareness. When Ntilikina spots the open teammate, he gets it to him.
And Walker kicks to Zeller. And Hardaway comes to help. Outside for Batum. To the middle. Here's Kid Gilchrist. And Kid Gilchrist throws it down.
Well, when Batum, Kevin, spots a wide-open teammate, he zips the rock to him quickly. Just exceptional vision.
From the baseline. Cantor's shot is off.
I'll give him that shot again. He'll probably hit it. That's a good look.
Now we go to David Aldridge, who spoke with James Borrego. David.
Well, Kevin, they're going to keep it simple tonight. He wants to run everything through the low post. He told me, physically, we're the stronger team. We need to use that strength to our benefit. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Nobody near Kid Gilchrist. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. Here's Azania, and he uses the glass on the layup. Azania's got his second basket of the night. Here's Walker. At the top of the key, Williams. Down low, deflects the pass. Up off the screen. And the layup good by Batum.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
The Hornets have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. To the middle. Kid Gilchrist trying to free himself up. Batum, good. Batum's got 6.
You can't pass up a shot from such short range.
Here's Ntilikina. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Fleshing out his offensive game over time. Ntilikina wants to keep improving in the paint.
Batum passes to Zeller. He kicks it to Walker. Shot from the wing. It's rebounded by New York.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
They get it back. Porzingis, nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Porzingis has got his second bucket.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
2 points, that one goes. And that's now 6 points for Williams.
Wonderful concentration from the agile Williams. He's terrific at getting whatever shot he wants down low.
Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
He's giving them a nice lift this quarter. The shots are falling for him.
Hornets trail by 4. And now the first timeout called here for the Hornets. NBA offenses have always been complex, and they always are evolving. But C-Web, the movement and precision now seems to be at another level. Would you agree?
You know what, Kev, I disagree a little bit with that. You know, having played in different teams with some complex offenses, it's still all the basics. You still have the old flex offense, and that's nothing but what Utah, Karl Malone, and John Stockton used some 20 years ago. You still have triangle principles, which is what Jordan and Pippen used some 20, 25 years ago. And if you really want to go back to the Bob Cousy days when he played with Bill Russell, you still have a lot of throwing it into the post and cutting off of it. I think the players have evolved and the players' skill sets are better. But as far as offensive sets, I don't see that much has changed, except how do you execute them, and can you execute them with having the right position players with the correct skill set on the floor at the time that you call them to play.
I love your honest appraisal. The Knicks making a switch here. Udier's checked in. And where the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Knicks.
And this shot chart shows just how effective their offense has been this season. They're the top-ranked team in the conference, and they've gotten there because of how multidimensional their offense has been. They don't get their points from any one specific area on the floor. They can score from all over the place.
And there's the feed to Walker. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers for Moutier. How he performed last season. Averaged about 8 points a game last season. 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And you like what he brings backing up the point guard.
Yeah, no doubt. He knows how to run this offense. Tremendous asset to this team coming off the bench.
The shot's good from Cantor.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
Hornets trail by 6 and out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
A moment now to see the numbers for Cantor. Last season, he played outstanding. 5th in field goal percentage, and he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. It's just a terrific year on the glass.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year. Zeller dishes to Walker. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
For a player who won a national championship in college and has been outstanding since coming into the NBA, Walker may still rate as one of the game's more underappreciated players.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. A terrific all-around player. Walker's improvement from range, Chris, has taken his game to another level.
Oh, yeah. He was much better inside the arc when he entered the league. But over his first 4 seasons, he shot around 31% from 3. Then something clicked. Now, he's a factor.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Kaminsky is checked in for Williams. And it's Bridges in for Kid Gilchrist.
And once he gets into a groove like that, you can just count him.
The shot's good from Cantor.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
And the type of game that many coaches hate. Very little defense being played on either end.
And Walker kicks to Zeller. And the dunk by Zeller.
One of the more positive attributes of Zeller, the explosiveness to play above the rim on a regular basis.
And the shot goes down. 8 points for Enes Kanter.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
To the inside, here's Zeller. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. From 12 feet out, shot is good off the back rim and in. And it's an 8-point Knicks lead.
Nice bucket. There's no question about his skills at the offensive end.
To the inside, Kaminsky, and finished off by Kaminsky.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
The Knicks shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, great leaping ability. Such a advantage in this game of basketball, Chris, when you think about the bigs who can control that kind of part of their game. Who comes to mind for you?
You have to go out there to look at that man, DeAndre Jordan. I mean, he dunks, it looks like a Nerf hoop. He just throws it up there, the way that he gets up. Or how about Drummond, the way that he can get 20 rebounds in just a second, how quick he is at getting that second step and going back up. When I think of athletic big men, I think of Andre Drummond as one of the most athletic big men that I've ever seen in my time of playing basketball.
Hardaway with the steal. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Parker. The Knicks shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Hardaway. Hardaway hits them both. Knocked loose. Hardaway with the steal. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Oh, okay, you've done your job so far, but the question is now, can they sustain this level of energy? There's still a lot of game to play.
Here's Bridges. The Knicks making the shot. Here's Biyombo. Down low. And nothing is falling for him right now. Here's Porzingis. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
Double team on Parker. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. Last season, CWAB, the league implemented rules for resting starters. Has that had any effect, in your opinion, so far?
I'm not a big fan of it. I think that this should be something that's held in the locker room, that if you're a player and you're hurt or if you're tired, that you and your coach should be able to talk about it and definitely manage your body the way that a coach should. But I don't think that this should be something that's just out on the table that I can take a rest day. It's just never been in the game. This is a new precedent. But I do love what the commissioner and the NBA has tried to do is address the issue because it was getting out of hand, resting players, especially on national televised games. If I'm a fan and I'm coming there to watch my favorite player and you're not playing there tonight and I've saved up for these tickets for months, gotten good grades, done everything my dad has said to do, and he's taking me to the game and you don't show up?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a big leg.
That's sad. Charlotte calls timeout.
Yeah, another first-year head coach who came up through the ranks as an assistant. James Borrego had been an interim head coach for the Magic in 2015, but he was quickly told that the permanent job would not be his.
Here's Monk. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And talking about Borrego leaving Orlando, and in some ways turned out to be a blessing.
You're right, Kevin. I mean, he spent the next few years in San Antonio as an assistant to Popovich. His second stint as an assistant with the Spurs. The first time around, though, he was part of a 2-time championship team. This man has winning in his genes.
Now, here's Monk. Parker outside. Kicks to Bridges. Monk with the ball. Just 5 to shoot. To the paint. Parker's shot is off.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Here's Knox. Open and close and nails it. And the Knicks lead by 17.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Passes it to Parker. Bridges kicks to Kaminsky and finished off by Kaminsky.
He doesn't have the big vertical or the long arms, but Kaminsky's sheer height makes him a threat to throw it down on you.
Here's Burke. And he got the whistle, so he'll have a 3-point play opportunity.
Tony Parker. Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Right off the opening tip, they've been relentless. And this style of play can be hard to come back against.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And that one falls for Burke.
And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
And stolen by Burke. Here's the break. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight, 3 for 4.
Defense leading to offense, another turnover and another basket.
Parker outside, has to Biombo. 1:15 left in the first quarter of the game. And that'll be Charlotte as it goes out of bounds. Hornets retain possession.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Oh, man, yeah, he read it all the way. He got a jump on it. Very close.
Lee with the steal. To the middle, poked away, out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
Taking a look at some stats for Porzingis. Last season, he played outstanding. Averaged about 22 points per, almost 2.5 blocks and 6 rebounds. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
Yeah, impossible to check right now. When he's on a roll like this, there's not much you can do to stop him.
Now here's Parker. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And the basket by Kaminsky.
Most effective when he gets his feet set. Kaminsky can be lethal on the catch and shoot.
Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
Yeah, you got to love it. Everything's working. Offense, defense, already a big lead.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
How about last season? Made about 79% of his attempts, so those are really quality numbers.
Charlotte making a switch here. Lamb's checked in.
One shot. One shot.
And that one misses.
Yeah, and thinking back to Kaminsky's first affiliation with the NBA, I mean, when he was 5 years old, his aunt and uncle worked for the Bulls. Frank had access to the practice facility when Jordan and Rodman were on the team. That's not fair.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
Well, it's the shot selection. That's been a positive for them thus far and a negative for their opponent.
Porzingis with the steal and the dunk by Porzingis.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Fellas, that's just like it's supposed to work. Don't give the D a chance to set up. Now, that was a sensational feed. He hit him right on the move.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second foul, and now they might really go at him. I mean, try to get a third foul and force him to sit on the bench.
There's 25 seconds left here in the opening quarter. To stop the run.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
And he gets the bucket.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
We know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
That one off the back iron and out. And so it's the New York Knicks in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
I'm an emperor and you'll surely witness.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a comfortable margin for the Knicks here, guys.
I mean, a huge lead, and already after this first quarter, they're starting to make it look easy.
I love it. They have their track shoes on. Right off the tip, they were in full attack mode. This offense is really churning.
The Hornets shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. We've got Kaminsky, Jeremy Lamb out there with Tony Parker. And there's Monk, and it's Biyombo at the 5. So that's who Charlotte starts the second with.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
Here's Parker, looking for his first basket still in this one. And Trey Burke gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Lamb passes to Parker. He got right to the cup using that screen.
And when you give Parker room to work his magic down inside, he knows how to finish with style.
Here's Baker. No good that time. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Kaminsky kicks to Lamb. The three-pointer is right on target. Lamb's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Knicks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And there's Burke. That's good on the assist by Lee. Lee's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's Lamb. There's the dish to Parker. Knocked away and stolen by Burke. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Parker. For New York, they have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
At the line for 2.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And the first one at the line is good. Charlotte making some changes. Williams comes in for Kaminsky. And it's Kid Gilchrist in for Monk. Burke hits them both. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Now here's Parker. Defense is right there. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Kemba Walker's checked in for Charlotte.
Walker.
Williams kicks to Kid Gilchrist. Looks for Walker. Gets it to him. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Walker's got 7.
With this shot area quickness, Walker can usually carve out space from mid-range.
Left side, Porzingis. And it's good for 2.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, yeah, up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus right now.
Jumps up. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
Now here's Walker. 7 points in the game. And a fast break now for the Knicks. And again, it's Porzingis. Porzingis has got 6 points in the quarter.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Now here's Walker. Burke covering. And then Biyombo with the dunk.
And you like the sharp passing from Williams, a long, tall player who scans the floor.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Porzingis trying to get free. Good on the shot.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Lamb. Over in the corner, Williams. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
It's all clicked into place for him this quarter. He's not missed a single shot.
And the pass to Walker. It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. Inside, here's Biyombo. And the dunk by Biyombo.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
I mean, this could end up being a big night for him. I mean, if this quarter is any indication.
Here's Walker. He has 7. To the paint, here's Kid Gilchrist. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got his 7th assist in the game. And Porzingis again. Porzingis has got 12 points now in the quarter.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Kid Gilchrist. Here's Biyombo. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Smooth sailing for New York. Here's Burke. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Here's Kid Gilchrist. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Kid Gilchrist has got 6 points. Here's Lee. Porzingis. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Hornets have gone 8 of 12 since the start of the second quarter. That's a really high percentage, hitting around 67%.
He had 1 3-pointer in the first, but still searching for that second.
Here's Burke. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts, a scorching 88%.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Pulls it from the elbow, and it falls over the rim and in. 9 points for Kemba Walker.
Oh, and Walker, with his great balance and coordination, is very smooth transitioning into the pull-up.
Knocks, and that one good.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're already getting dogged out there. I mean, and now he's landing body blows.
Here's Williams. Lays it up and banks it in. 8 points for him.
That's the awareness that Kid Gilchrist has out there. Excellent at knowing where the open man is.
Here's Burke. The shot, no good. Walker with some nice D. Kid Gilchrist against Lee. To the middle. Lamb passes to Kid Gilchrist. And Courtney Lee gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Cody Zeller's checked in for the Hornets. Batum comes in for Lamb. And a new group in for the Knicks. Cantor checked in for Porzingis. Hardaway comes in for Courtney Lee. Ntilikina, he's checked in for Ron Baker. And it's Moutier in for Burke. Now, here's Walker. He's got 9. Here's Kid Gilchrist. That one wide left.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they've just given away.
Kept alive. It's tipped.
And registering one of the highest verticals at the NBA Combine, Zeller can send your shot back.
Poke loose. And they're running. Ntilikina gets the bucket. Ntilikina's got 8 points.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Yeah, but you have to control the pace. You have to keep it up, keep the tempo. That's how they built this lead.
Batum, good.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Oh, man, you talk about making the engine run. Kemba Walker, he's the man. Lightning quick, stronger than he looks. I mean, this man is a competitor.
Inside. That's tipped. Here's Ntilikina. From down in the low post, it goes. 10 points for him. And with Walker, the effort's always there. But, Chris, so is the production.
I mean, he has some of the best handles in the game. He's going to generate offense for you. He's a good bet for 20 or more points a game, 5 to 6 assists, and provides tremendous leadership.
Cantor, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Charlotte's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Pass to Zeller. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And look, when you watch Zeller play, his game is all about activity. He runs the floor extremely well for a 7-footer. And remember, he also registered one of the higher verticals at the combine the year he was drafted.
Two shots.
And that one falls for Zeller. And Zeller drafted 4th overall. But to this point in his career, Chris, he's been mostly a role player.
Yeah, he needs to increase his shooting range the way that other bigs have. And even though he gives maximum effort every night, he has a hard time defending against quickness on the perimeter.
Here's what Charlotte's going with right now. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Marvin Williams. And it's Bridges in for Michael Kidd-Gilchrist.
The younger brother of Tyler Zeller and former Suns big man Luke Zeller, Cody has a good chance to be the best of all three.
Charlotte shooting in the second quarter has been superb, 58% from the field. And Walker kicks to Batum. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening. He just bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right here. Knox has gone a perfect 3 for 3 so far. Feeds it to Batum. Count that one. Batum's got 13.
And he has found the stroke, folks. Continues to knock down shot after shot. Perfection thus far.
And they're able to recover, and they get it back. Now Bridges, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And the dunk by Zeller.
Once he gets open on the low block, it's just a matter of getting him the ball.
Here's Ntilikina, and he gets it to go from the corner. 14 points for him.
And it's important Ntilikina remains assertive on offense. When he does this, good things happen.
Down low. In the corner, it's Bridges. And another 3 for Charlotte.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Baseline J on the way. Zeller grabs the board. Charlotte has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9.
2 minutes remaining.
Walker in the corner. No good from outside.
Look, it would be a huge boost for them if he could start knocking these down.
Here's Hardaway. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
You can't find much better shot than that one.
Walker dishes to Bridges. On the wing, Batum. Down low. Zeller trying to free himself up. Bridges misses. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they've put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react. And that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Now here's Walker. Tim Hardaway unable to get his last shot to go. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Cantor. Charlotte making a switch here. Parker's checked in. Thomas checked in for the Knicks. Izanya comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. .111 left in the first half of basketball. And the dunk by Zeller.
Yeah, just a breakdown defensively there allows them to wind up with an easy dunk straight off the inbounds.
To the middle, here's Kaminsky, and finished off by Kaminsky.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Yeah, guys, and the finish is the perfect capper. I mean, taking it all the way to the 10.
And so here's Charlotte following the score by New York. And there's the foul. It'll go on Frank Ntilikina. That is his first foul of the game. And Cantor over to help. Here's Batum, and it's denied. Out of bounds, New York takes possession.
Knicks ball.
Monks check in for Nicholas Batum.
Returning, Malik Monk.
Now here's Moutier. He's covered closely. Parker with the steal. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. Here's Kaminsky. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. That one on Monk. The next hip shot, 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
At the line for 2.
Two.
That free throw, no good. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
And they've had their difficulties from the line here in the second. Could extend their lead if they just make some more free throws.
And the layup's good off the glass. Azanya's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Aggressive pass on the break, straight up the court so he can get all the way to the bucket.
And here is Monk. Knocked away. And stolen by Hazonia. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the New York Knicks. He's approaching 40 points for him in the game. He's scoring in just about every way possible. Back to the action after this word.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 35 points, 5 assists, and 1 block. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, how about their ball movement? That was a true definition of team basketball. All 5 guys moving, all guys rotating, everyone touching the ball, a bunch of assists, tons of easy baskets. It gives everyone on the floor confidence when you're playing like that.
And Big Fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, recipe for disaster, Army. Without major improvements defensively, this game is OVA. Over.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
The scene at night here in Uptown Charlotte, where we welcome you back to the action. We begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, anything can happen. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, and the fact he's posted a double-double with about half the game left to play, that's impressive.
Well, it comes down to talent, comes down to hustle. He's shown both in a big way so far.
Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. The Hornets shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. And New York, looking at who they've got. Inside, it's Porzingis and Cantor. Over on the wings, it's Hezonja with Hardaway. And it's Ntilikina in at the 1 spot. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. The kick out to Walker. Drains it from beyond the arc. Walker's got the first bucket of the third here for the Hornets.
Oh, such a skilled sniper from deep. I love seeing Walker pull the trigger with confidence. Oh, that's a brutal giveaway. A pass to no man's land.
Shot from the inbound. That's good on the jump shot. Walker's got 14 points.
Walker's quickness, it enables him to create a lot of shots off separation, off the dribble, coming off those screens.
Hornets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. That's tipped. And it's Hezonja with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Batum passes to Walker. And it's the Hornets another 3.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Knicks shooting a scorching 68% in the game. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
So explosive moving towards the basket. Ntilikina is terrific at getting into the lane.
Walker with a clean look. And the 3 off target. Knicks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half.
Oh, look, the multi-talented Batum. He has all the skills. He has the strength, the length, the athleticism. I mean, for him, it's all about staying aggressive on both ends of the floor.
Porzingis with the steal. And the basket is good. Porzingis has got 39.
And this is a different ball game without his scoring. He's been Mr. Reliable at the offensive end.
The feed to Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
And the size Williams has allows him to rise up for these type of dunks. A terrific athlete.
And Chris, some people feel Batum should take over games more than he does.
Well, he certainly has the talent. But then again, every team needs great complementary pieces too, and that's what he is. You just have to decide who you want to be.
Misses the wing 3. For New York, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. And yes, it's good. 15 points for Tim Hardaway.
And beginning to pull away. Really effective play calling halfway through this one.
Well, they figured out what's working, and that's what they're going to keep hammering on.
Now, here's Walker. 17 points in the game. Porzingis comes with the double team. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Zeller setting the pick for Walker. The shot, no good.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And everything they're attempting is going in. Tremendous run here in the third.
Well, I don't know what they talked about at halftime, but they found a weakness in the defense.
Here's Walker following the score by New York. Inside, and he banks in the layup. Walker's got 10 points in just the second half.
And although he's smaller, Walker doesn't fear going inside. I mean, he knows he can get his shot over anyone.
Up and in, that's his 10th make in the contest. He has only taken 13 shots. Hornets have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. To the inside. Here's Ntilikina. And the shot falls short this time. The kick out to Walker. It's 3-pointers off the mark. And the Knicks with possession. They're on a 14-4 run. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
Now, here's Walker. Tight defense on him. Here's Williams. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Williams has got 12 in the game. Here's Hardaway. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Tim Hardaway Jr.
For Charlotte, they've gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. And Hardaway comes to help. Now here's Batum. Hazonia defending. And Batum kicks to Williams. And the three ball is good. 15 points in the game.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, they've been tremendous from beyond the arc. It's a shift from what they did in the first 2 quarters, though.
Just adding to his arsenal. Ntilikina has what it takes to have a huge impact on the offensive end.
Kid Gilchrist, the pass to Zeller. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
The location of that assist was awesome. That was a sweet lead pass.
Here's Cantor. New York keeps it going, a new 24-second clock. And it goes down 2 points. Porzingis has got 43 points.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And Batum kicks to Williams. Goes back up. A nice shot by Zeller.
And the work ethic of Zeller. Now that's what makes him dangerous when scoping out opportunities on the offensive glass.
14 feet away, and Hazonia gets it to go.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
They get a hand on it. Walker dishes to Batum. They set the pick. He kicks it to Kid Gilchrist. Tries from 16, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Hornets. Biyombo is checked in for Williams. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Michael Kidd Gilchrist. And Parker's subbed in for Walker. And a new group in for the Knicks. Knox, he's checked in for Cantor. Lee comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Baker, he's checked in for Mario Hazonia. And it's Burke in for Frank Ntilikina. And that one's good. Burke.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Knocked loose. Batum passes to Lamb. Now here's Parker. Burke covering. Now here's Parker. Picked by Zeller. 5 to shoot. And it falls over the rim and in. Parker's got his second bucket.
And when Parker gets space to shoot that jump shot, he is usually money.
Here's Lee, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Second personal foul.
For New York, they have gone 9 of 13 from the line.
At the line for 2.
Two shots.
And the first one drops.
Look, he's 6'5", 200 pounds. Lee is no easy cover. You got to love this guy's intensity.
Charlotte making some changes. Bridges, he's checked in for Zeller. And Monks subbed in for Nicholas Batum. And New York with a change here, too. Moutier is checked in. And both free throws good for Lee. Here's Lamb. Passes it to Monk. Lamb trying to free himself up. And there's Monk on the assist from Lamb.
Oh, the feed was perfect. The timing, the placement, everything was right on the money.
And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Porzingis.
Right now, after looking at that chart, you pretty much can just jog down the court. He gets it in the paint. That just time and time again, he's worked his way in close and made a shot over a defender or found another way to convert. Just great stuff coming from him thus far.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Guys, Jeremy Lamb, 2 years at UConn, drafted by the Thunder, but he's come into his own with the Hornets.
Yeah, and what some exec call the second draft, finding young players who, for whatever reason, haven't been able to make an impact with their first team. Sometimes that change of scenery and ability to mature can do wonders for a player.
in the awnings, and that's the very thing that gets me out of the bed in the morning. I got the bread in the corner, got my career in the summer. I got no fear, just honor. I bled and lived through trauma. First the fat boys break up, then Bow Wow retires. Now y'all disrespecting the king. I come through there with claiming they doing dirt and get to just disinfecting the scene. I'm what you call the epitomizer of getting dark. I will spit a geyser that'll get these guys on the charts to fit a liger of bars. I'm feeling like the dying on the permanent throne. Like the Quran, you can get it's smelling like the megaphone in the coupe, going into an extra zone.
Let's take a quick look now at some stats for Lamb, how he performed last season. Averaged about 13 points a game last season, 4 rebounds and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Well, yeah, lately he's been overachieving a little bit. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things to come.
Now, here's Bridges. Parker kicks to Biyombo. Back to Parker. And he banks in the layup. Parker's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Charlotte called for the foul.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
Shooting 2.
A free throw good from Moutier. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Knox misses. Charlotte's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Bridges shot. Good. Bridges has got 5.
Adept at maintaining his balance on the way up. Bridges, a strong player who can play through contact.
Hacked and still knocked it down. Nice composure.
The entire offense has revolved around him today, and that's been the perfect game.
Kaminsky is checked in for Charlotte.
Kristaps Porzingis. Shooting 1.
One shot.
That free throw good from Porzingis.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
Parker kicks to Bridges. To the paint. And then Biyombo with the dunk.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. Here's Lee. Here's Porzingis. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
He does not play the score. I mean, he's going to continue to work his tail off on the glass and make plays just like that.
That's part of what makes him a great player. His effort level always stays high.
Now, here's Biyombo. He has 6. Can't hit from 12. Porzingis with the ball. He's picked up by Parker. And another one falls.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Kaminsky dishes to Biyombo. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. He's got 8.
Oh, you can't lay that pass in there any better.
Moutier with the ball. He's against Parker. Moutier with the basket.
He got pretty much a free run to the hoop right there. They might just count those as automatic points.
Parker kicks to Monk. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 7 points for Malik Monk.
And Monk's just got a good feel for kind of how to exploit the defense, especially about how quickly he gets his shot off after getting the pass.
Charlotte's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. Out to the right wing. That 3 off the mark. New York shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Knox misses. Charlotte shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. And finished off by Kaminsky.
Yeah, and that's what you want from your point guard. Parker distributing the ball wonderfully on that possession.
And another one.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. A minute 50 left to play in the third. Porzingis with the steal. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
So it's the Hornets now, following the score by New York.
And you got to appreciate just the presence of mind there. Monk demonstrating solid court awareness by finding the open man.
Count that one.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Jacks up a three. He can't hit that time. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
Tony Parker.
Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, the Atlanta Hawks come into town. That will tip off a homestand for them. Then on Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets.
And for their matchup with the Celtics, it's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
No good on that one. And New York making a change here. Cornette's checked in. He hits the second from the line. 1:06 left in the third. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Still Hornets ball.
.103 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Kaminsky, and finished off by Kaminsky.
He's announcing his presence. Kaminsky was a prolific scorer in college. We're seeing it here tonight.
No good from Lee. Charlotte shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. And Courtney Lee gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Knox.
Knicks substitution. Lance Thomas.
There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Bridges shot. Good.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Moutier. Misses off the left iron.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Monk with the ball. He has 7. To the paint. Here's Parker. Lays it up off the glass. Parker's got 6 here in this quarter.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here's Baker. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. That one on Monk.
At the line. Baker. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Both shots good from the stripe. .15 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Parker passes to Monk. Pass to Kaminsky. Parker outside. Drilled it right as the clock hit all zeros.
Wow, what a clutch shot. He's got nerves of steel.
Woo! And guts to match. That's how you rise to the occasion, fellas.
A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for New York. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Parker and Monk, that's their backcourt. Bridges out there with Kaminsky. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 5 spot. So that's the Hornets 5. Now here's Parker. Comes up empty down low. Here's Dotson. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Dotson's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Knicks. In the corner, it's Monk. And that one hits back iron. The Knicks shooting an unreal 70% from the field, making a mockery of this defense. A costly foul there. He'll shoot 3 free throws. And the foul goes against Charlotte. Frank Kaminsky picks one up for New York. When you look at the amount of threes Chris being taken now, do you think the league as a whole is too dependent upon the perimeter offense?
I don't think so. If you look at Golden State, we all tend to think that they've shot the most threes last year. It actually was Houston.
Right.
And when you look at how Golden State does not just settle for threes, Kevin, but they can shoot them at any time. And maybe the best three-point shooter in the history of the NBA, Curry, will lay a difficult layup over the top of your head just as quick as he'll shoot a tough 3 from 45 feet. That's what it seems like, but the good teams like a Golden State make you feel like they're shooting a lot of threes, but actually play with a balanced game. Those that try to copycat and just shoot threes, I don't think they've won a championship yet. So I think it's about having that balance, and maybe the league overall is shooting too many threes, but the champions who shoot threes, I don't think take too many.
And he nails the third.
And good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half. Doing a great job at the line.
And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Charlotte making a switch here. Graham's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Burks is checked in. Charlotte shooting about 59% from the floor offensively. They've been running without a hitch. Here's Graham. Burke covering. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. When it comes to playing the role of villain in the eyes of many NBA fans, you've got LeBron going to Miami, Durant leaving OKC, going to Golden State. C-Webb is having someone to root against. Good for the league. It seems to build some passion in sports for sure.
I mean, there can never be a hero without a villain.
Sure.
Even if that villain is temporary for one season. So one of the great things about the NBA is that our off season normally is just as exciting as the main season because of the trades and who's going where and the changing of allegiances, of alliances. I mean, so I definitely love all the movement. And, the great thing is you're never going to agree with what any player does 100% the whole time. So I love seeing the changes in the league and having someone to root against. I think it's good for the fan soul to have somebody that you can honestly root against.
Oh, that's fun. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night. To the right side. From deep, hits the 3-point bomb.
D with some heavy feet out there. I mean, too slow to rotate. Nobody communicating. They can't make threes that easy for them.
Graham. The teardrop falls in. Graham's got 7 points here in this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Thomas, and he banks in the layup.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball, in rhythm.
Hornets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And Thomas over to help. And finished off by Kaminsky.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Lee trying to get open.
And despite the short wingspan for a big man, Kaminsky with the height and timing to steal block shots.
Bridges kicks to Kaminsky. Misses only his first miscue in 10 shots from the floor. Here's Dotson. Hornets with the rebound. Kaminsky's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Monk. From outside, off the mark. The Knicks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. And that one's good. Burke. Burke's got 23.
And every move he makes looks like the right one at this point.
Well, he's extremely accurate. Here, coming down the stretch, trying to see if he can close this one out.
Graham with the ball. Burke covering. Here's Monk. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
Charlotte's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the 4th. And the pass to Kaminsky. And finished off by Kaminsky.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Thomas, no good.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly, then with the quick reaction time.
Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Kaminsky. Mario Hezonya's checked in for New York. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
The best laid plans, right? Well, I tell you right there, though, that's one they'll take every single time.
Lamb, good.
Standing just over 6'5" with a 6'11" wingspan. Yeah, Lamb can be a difficult guard to defend when he sneaks inside.
Here's Cornette. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's what every team needs, guys getting after it on the offensive boards.
Graham, the pass to Hernan Gomez. It's been a few years now since rules were put into place to curb the hack-a-shack strategy. See, Webb, do you think the NBA made the right choice in discouraging that style, that tactic?
You know, Kev, I'm torn on this one. I don't think so. I do think that the game would have gotten ugly, the pace would have gotten bad, but I think it would have been only a couple of years as players would have been embarrassed enough to improve their game. As I travel to different places, the one thing that's the difference between the United States and other places they can shoot free throws. Other places, they just aren't at the park dunking or hanging on the rim. They're actually shooting shots and skill sets and dribbling. And you know, I was at one time a terrible free throw shooter, and the embarrassment of not making them, missing them late in the games, not being able to be there for your team the way you want to, oh, trust me, it's no better motivation than that. Not giving me a handicap and a crutch saying, oh, don't do it. I don't like the fact that they've tried to place a curb on the hack-a-shack strategy. My thing is get you in the gym in the offseason and make some free throws.
He can't get it to go. A baseline J. Here's Thomas. And good work on the boards, and they pick up the second chance points. Thomas got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, no question who's been the aggressor on the offensive glass.
Now, here's Bridges. He's guarded closely. Kicks to Graham. To the inside, Williams. And it's Williams finishing it off.
Well, Kevin Williams is great at getting to where he wants to shoot the ball. He looks comfortable from firing anywhere right now.
Offensive rebound. And Cornette gets it to go.
Guys, they're just getting outworked. I mean, plain and simple. It's got to be more of a collective effort to secure that backboard.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Some call it the Ewing theory, teams that play better without relying on a star player. But Chris, how sustainable is that?
It's not sustainable. It's real cute until you have the teams that are focused and want to win come in. And usually that Ewing theory, that's usually like in the 5th week of the season or before All-Star break when teams are figuring out themselves. Once everybody has identified their strength and their weaknesses, you need that horse to ride. You need that big hoss in there, that guy that's dependable every night. And as long as he's a willing passer, unselfish player, no, you need those guys. I don't believe that teams are better without their main guy. Maybe for short stretches, players can rally, but you look at championship winners. I'm trying to think of one that didn't have a superstar on their roster. I just don't buy into that theory.
New York shooting in the 4th has been tremendous, 59%. Here's Burke. That one doesn't go. Williams with the defensive effort. Inside, Bridges. Excellent D from Cantor.
Look, you can't defend down low much better than that. Refuses to give him an easy path to the bucket.
Dotson can't hit. Charlotte has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. And a wide open look for Lamb. It's rebounded by New York. Cantor's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Thomas, good. Thomas got 6 in the quarter. Charlotte shooting about 40% here in the 4th quarter. Pass to Lamb. He feeds it to Williams. Good for his 9th make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
But really, Lamb, he's a jack of all trades kind of player. A superb passer with good instincts.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 10 points for Enes Kanter. Kanter's gone 5 of 12 shooting from the floor. Now here's Lamb. He's tightly guarded. And Kanter over to help. And stolen by Thomas. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. To the middle, here's Bridges. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
He's really turned it around here in the second half. I mean, his offense has returned.
Here's Burke. Excellent D there from Williams.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Snatched up. New York shooting so well, the offensive execution has been brilliant. 66% from the field. Thomas, that's good. Charlotte shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Down low, here's Williams. It's not going to go for him. The Knicks go the other way with it. From the wing, the shot's good from Kanter.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Graham kicks to Hernan Gomez, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Here's Burke. Banked in off the glass. Burke's got 10 points here in the second half.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Pass to Lamb. There's the screen. And there's the pass to Bridges. Here's Graham. Offline with his 3.
Oh, he finds a major hole in the D beyond the arc and still can't cash in on it.
Dotson can't hit. Charlotte has gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only 1 of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. The Knicks shooting in the 4th quarter has been efficient at 56%. Goes up the baseline. Here's Thomas, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Charlotte called for the foul.
Lance Thomas at the line for 2.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops. See, Webb, I think of when you entered the league and how much the league has changed since your entry. In your mind, going back to your rookie year, I'm sure you can count many ways that the NBA has improved the game.
Yeah, and the NBA to me has always been a step ahead. It's been a leader as far as where sports in general should go. I mean, we're truly a global game now. Just imagine where the game is going to be in 20 years, the growth of overall player salaries, the value of franchises. And to me, again, the biggest improvement has just been the evolution of players. It's been thanking a guy like Larry Bird, who was 6'9", shooting threes, and today we have Kevin Durant, 7-foot shooting threes. It's players getting better. The dribbling of Isaiah Thomas back in the Piston days to the dribbling of Curry, Kyrie, John Wall. Today, it's the evolution of the players to me that's been so exciting, along with the group growth of the league overall.
Free throw drops in for Tony Parker.
And what a career it's been for Tony Parker. 4 titles to his name, a Finals MVP, 6-time All-Star. I mean, the accolades go on and on for what is truly one of the most impressive resumes you'll see in the NBA.
There's Baker. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got his 7th assist here tonight. Charlotte shooting 40% in the 4th. Pass to Lamb. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, big-time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Knox misses. And for Tony Parker, will certainly go down as one of the greatest Spurs ever to put on a San Antonio uniform.
No doubt about it, Kevin. And it's strange to see him in any other uniform than a San Antonio Spurs. And he made a move in the offseason. And, you know, here's what he brings to this team. A lot of experience, championship pedigree, and a guy that I think could maybe help get this Hornets team over the hump.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Moutier with the ball. He's against Parker, and he comes up with the deuce. 10 points for Emmanuel Moutier.
You can't pass up a shot from such short range.
Here's Parker. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Enes Kanter.
And Parker has such speed and creativity, just causes the defense fits in terms of how to properly guard it.
The free throw drops in for Tony Parker. Chris, the last few years, talk of expansion has come up. Are we ready, you think, in the NBA to add some more teams?
I think we are. Now, expanding to 32 teams might stretch the talent a little bit thin, but I think we could handle a couple of years with that because of the youth of the players, and it could actually switch it up a little bit. I mean, come on, Kevin. You like me. You're a big basketball and big sports fan. You know we have to have a team in Seattle.
I would love Seattle. Absolutely.
I mean, come on. You know how crazy those fans were. You know we have to have that come back, and then there's some places. Think about how great Oklahoma City is.
Yes.
And how they've just embraced this Thunder team. There might be a couple more places out there with that type of passion and fans saying, listen, if you give us a team, we promise we'll nurture it, take care of it, and root for it the loudest. And I like having that. I think it's time to definitely investigate expansion, but we got to get back to Seattle first and foremost.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for New York.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Porzingis.
You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Here's Knox. Miles Bridges picking up that last basket. He gets it in there.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
At this point, it's just icing on the cake. Terrific run, closes it out.
Aggressive, just an attacker. Bridges wants the rock, especially near the rim.
New York calls timeout. They lead by 44. 30 seconds left to play here in the fourth. We've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. To the inside, Cornette, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't care how good you are. It's tough to succeed in a hostile environment. They're doing it in style.
And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding edge?
A lot. I mean, they came in focused on winning the rebound battle, and they done it.
And he slams it down right on top of Marvin Williams.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean
talk
that was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him at all times.
Yeah, fellas, he's a monster. He's never seen an offensive rebound he didn't think he could get to.
Two.
And that one falls for Walker. He doesn't get the second one, but they'll get another chance. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.